Hi, I'm Jackie. If you're over 40 and you value health and you value keeping your body in good condition, then you know it's not going to happen on its own and you need to put a bit of work in. If you do this video with me, I promise you will feel so good after, and it's easy, it's relaxing, it's enjoyable, it's just some nice stretches that you should do most days or regularly, and you'll feel amazing. But don't believe anything I say. Do it and feel for yourself. Start lying down on your back, palms up, feet about hip width. And if you're an absolute beginner, one hand on your belly, one hand on your chest. Breathe into your belly or your diaphragm. Inhale through your nose and then your chest. And then breathe out slowly. Out through your nose most of the time. You can have your palms beside you, arms beside you. Breathe into your belly. Then your chest, a bit deeper than your normal breathing right now. And breathe out slowly, mostly out through the nose. At the end of the exhalation, squeeze your belly and your pelvic floors a bit. Get a bit of the stale air out. One more deeper than normal breath in. Belly, diaphragm, chest. And out. And then just normal breathing. If you're very stressed, the deep breathing will be really helpful to continue with. Into windscreen wiper with the 90-90 arms, internal, external rotation. So have a look if you're a beginner. And I know it's hard to coordinate, but even if you're not doing it exactly with the right coordination, it doesn't really matter, because the main benefit is you're moving your body in a different way and stimulating blood flow. So try to have your feet hip width or a little bit wider than hip width, and play around with different widths with your feet, and try to get that knee towards opposite foot direction and feeling your hip joints turning internally, externally. So we're literally oiling up the socket, the hip socket, also the shoulders. Try not to let the arms go into the sort of the 120-degree angle. Try to keep the right angle. So this is what I see people doing. See what my arm's doing here, that left arm? That's 180 degree. I see people often here, 120. Try to keep that 90 degrees so the hand doesn't actually touch the floor. So that shoulder's turning in and the other one's turning out. Now this one's turning out and the other one's turning in. I'm keeping my wrists straight. I'm not actually touching my hand on the floor. You can also add on looking towards the turning in arm. And you're oiling up your shoulder sockets. And the key to joint health, youthful joints, is keep that blood flow. Keep stimulating the fluid and the blood, and that's keeping your joints healthy and mobile. Okay, so next one, knees, hug the knees in, knees together and circle out, and then knees together. It's very simple and very complementary to the previous exercise. Out and together. You're doing good things for your body because you care for your body. Your joints, over 300 joints, so important for your health. And self-care is healthcare. So tell your body, and then other direction, knees out. When you bring your knees together, squeeze them together. Knees out so you feel a bit of a stretch, and then squeeze, so contract the inner thighs. Once more, out, knees together. Next one, if you don't know bridge, have a quick look at me. Push down to the feet and coming up lower vertebrae followed by upper, and then coming down, upper followed by lower, vertebrae by vertebrae. And there's the main breath pattern would be inhale up, exhale down. There's other breath patterns. I'll keep it simple because I'm targeting beginners. I've sort of described this one as for beginners, so nice and gentle, and spinal releases. And it's such a good thing to do for your back here, especially if you're sitting a lot, which we all do, sit too much. Push down those feet, vertebrae by vertebrae. So we're hydrating our discs and balancing our spine from too much sitting, engaging the glutes a bit there. It's quite energizing. Very, very good. Let's do another amazing exercise. Roll over and coming to the all fours position. And then there's a classical yoga exercise here. Look forward, inhale, arching your back. And then exhale, looking at your belly button. It's called cat-cow in yoga. A physiotherapist would call it segmental mobilization, something like that. So, but it doesn't matter what you call it. It's just good for your spine, keeping the spine younger, healthier. You're literally plumping up the discs. If one side of the spine's stiffer, you could put your hands off one direction and you'll actually feel it more on one side. So if you move your hands to the right, you'll feel it more on the left side, the stretch. And most of us are stiffer in one side. So you can do a little bit more on the stiffer side. Okay, and then just a couple more great stretches for this little practice today. Soles of your feet together here. And then knees out, don't force, but you're stretching your inner thighs. It's actually really good for your lower back to stretch your inner thighs. And then I'm going to get a shoulder and a chest stretch here. So walk your hands back. You might feel a stretch there where I am. Lift the chest. Some people are more flexible and they'll go a bit further. Don't judge yourself. There's nothing wrong with being stiff. Most people are stiff and you can still live a long, healthy, happy life, fulfilling life, meaningful life if you're stiff. So don't worry about that. But stretching is very good for your health. It's a great form of stress release. And it is getting you out of your head into your body a bit. And it will help you when you're older. If you're more flexible, you'll have better mobility, better health. And your oldest years can be your happiest years if you look after your health. And your joint health is very important for overall health. So knees out, chest lifting. You should feel a stretch through the front of the shoulders and chest. Tops of the shoulders pulled down and back. No force. Try to keep that breathing in and out through the nose, in the belly. I'll link this video to another video that I think will be complementary. So if you have a bit more time, I'll connect it to one of my other ones, which is also going to be nice and relaxing and easy. If you just feel like now you're doing it, you feel like you want to do a bit more. Okay, and then one more stretch for today, which will be make you feel really much more positive about your day. If you stretch, it just is a sense of you've done something good for yourself, and let yourself feel good about that, because it does set the tone of the day. See what I'm doing here? I'm just stretching my outer hip now, and the lower back gets a little release, and the shoulders from the previous stretch. And then the left leg up, and slightly rocking, trying to get that stretch of the outer hip, the abductors. And then back to the first position, which is called Shavasana in yoga, corpse pose. And if you feel like you need those deep breaths again into the belly, then the chest. Don't go around breathing deeply all day, but often it's very good to do because you don't want to get shallower breathing as you get older, and it does also help with lowering stress levels. So press stop on the video if you want to stay for longer. Otherwise, carefully bend your knees in, roll to the side, and have a great day. I will link to the other video that I think you'll really enjoy as well, which will add on a few more exercises. Do good things for yourself. Please subscribe to my channel. It's all for your health and living a long time healthily. Thank you.